Tomorrow morning, the brain meditation, third episode of the Medical Medium podcast. So you can find that. You can subscribe to Apple Podcasts to listen to it, okay? That's where it is. That's the official platform for the Medical Medium podcast. But the brain meditation is next. It's the third episode. So you heard the first episode, right? Chemtrails, the sky is falling, which is really... That's a mind blower. It's not for the faint of heart. I've said this before, okay? And if you listen to that episode, hear it again because you probably missed information. It's so packed, line for line. Second episode was fruit fear. Okay, they lied to you. Really important one. Got to listen to that one again if you haven't already. Share it with others if you can. But the third episode, tomorrow morning, make sure you subscribe to Apple Podcasts so you get notified first. So of the episode. Now, if you don't have an Apple device, go to medicalmedium.com. So if you have an Android, go to medicalmedium.com and you can actually just upload the episode right there and listen to it. You can listen to it on any device. But the brain meditation is next. And I have to give you a forewarning though on this, okay, with the brain meditation. This is really intense in a good way. But it's really intense because once you do it, something's going to change. So when you do the brain meditation, something is going to change because it's about ridding fear out of the soul. So what happens when we go through life, we get broken relationships, broken friendships, we get, betrayal happens in our life. People cheat on us, friendships, They fall apart, things happen, we go through emotional struggles, emotional hardships, we get broken trust over it, we feel guilt and shame, we get fearful, we get anxiety over it, depression, all these different things, depersonalization. And what happens is this builds up in our soul and builds up in our soul and builds up in our soul over time. And a lot of fear builds up. The brain meditation, and this is from Spirit of Compassion, this brain meditation, is a powerful way to rid that fear. But here's how it works, though. This is not a man-made meditation. So that's one thing right there. That's so important. It's not man-made. It's a meditation I haven't shared with you guys yet because I've shared meditations with you guys before, right? In the Medical Medium books, there's meditations in there. And when I've done, lectures years ago, I would share meditations there too from Medical Medium meditations from Spirit of Compassion. But this one, I haven't shared yet. So this is a special surprise. So, but prepare yourself. Find a quiet spot and settle in with a quiet spot. It's a short meditation, so it's not super long, but it's powerful, very powerful. It's a chiller, actually. So it's a chiller. So I'm preparing you on that level because in order to rid fear from the soul, something actually has to happen. And because meditations, you have to kind of like keep on doing them over and over and over again in hopes that you can get some relief and feel good from them and all this. This is different. This is about actually fixing something. So this is actually about moving something forward and accomplishing and fixing something within this brain meditation. So I'll just give you a little rundown about how this works. So tomorrow morning, the episode's going to be released, okay? Subscribe to Apple Podcast so you get notified right away, okay? If you listen to Medical Medium old radio shows or something from the old radio show, that's censored. And that's on different platforms, but that's censored. You have to know the reason why this is on Apple Podcast. And that's why that's the official platform for it is because it's uncensored. These are uncensored episodes. And this is an uncensored podcast, Medical Medium podcast, the first official uncensored Medical Medium podcast. So that's the official place. Now, if you listen to the podcast in other places and you're like, well, I listened to it on this platform and I'm telling my friend to listen to it on that platform. Well, you're hearing censored versions. And where clips are out of it and you don't know it and you're not getting the episode. It looks the same, seems like it's the same, but it's not, or it's not going to upload right. I'm getting DMs, I'm getting notification. People are notifying me. They're giving me DMs, they're contacting me and they're telling me that it's not loading right. The episodes aren't, that's because it's not on Apple Podcasts. And I keep on saying that over and over again for a reason. I'm trying to tell you guys, the Medical Medium podcast right now is uncensored, and it's on Apple Podcasts for a reason. That's where it is uncensored on. So I know you guys want to share with other people where you're hearing it, hearing one here or hearing there from another platform, but please know you're sending them to a platform where they're not even going to hear the uncensored version. So even if you think you're not. So SB Apple Podcast letting you know. So if you have an Android, go to medicalmedium.com and you can just upload the link to radio show to the podcast, and you can hear it. So okay, so you're excited to listen. This brain meditation, I want to talk about it just for a minute with you guys, so you know what you're up against. Yeah, Michelle L says, I have an Android and can listen to Apple Podcasts on my browser. Amazing, Michelle. Tell people that. Incredible. Let them know so they get the uncensored version. Because if they go to the usual places or the other platforms that they think they've heard, like the old radio shows and stuff on, they're potentially missing a lot of stuff in there. And because those are censored, that's why I keep on telling people this, really important. And remember, I'm not sponsored. There's no advertisements. I'm not going to have an infomercial in the middle of these episodes. Just it's not like that. You guys, this is a free resource, not sponsored, not anything. So yeah, so Charlotte, all the platforms out there, that's why I'm making sure it's on Apple Podcasts. That's the official launch place for Medical Medium Podcast, because the other ones, yes, they're censored in different ways. So how do you listen on your Android? If you have an Android or device, Michelle she has an Android, she said. Michelle L, you can find her in the comments, and she said how she does it. Okay, you can go to medicalmedium.com, upload the episode link, and you can listen right on your Android. And Michelle, just follow the link and we'll open it. Thank you, Michelle, for helping her. You're awesome. And I really appreciate all that you're doing and helping people and telling people and everything, Michelle. I really appreciate that. You don't even know how much so. And so this brain meditation, here's what happens. We start getting out of body with PTSD, experiences we have in our life. We start disconnecting. So our soul, because we all have a soul, all unique. So that's what makes us different right there, our souls, right? What happens is it gets kind of tattered along the way. Gets kind of beaten along the way, kind of a little beat up and worn and tattered by all these experiences we go through life. Divorces, breakups, friendships that go wrong, betrayal, all these different things that happen in our life with relationships, with other people, with careers, anything that could happen, any kind of struggles, losses. Oh my God, terrible losses people suffer from, PTSD because of it. And what happens is our soul starts to kind of separate from our physical brain, from our physical body, because it's just too much, because it's trying to get protected, because it's getting injured. It could get fractured by all these experiences along the way. And I've talked about this over the years, but this is a meditation that Spirit of Compassion taught me when I was younger. And I've shared it with family. I've shared it with friends throughout the years to help them rid fear so that a connection is made again. And we don't know we get this disconnection, you guys. We don't know that we get this disconnection. And you will experience, when you do this brain meditation, something that I'm just preparing you. It's a chiller. And I'm saying that because it is. Because when you start making that connection, and fear is leaving you as your soul's connecting to your brain, your physical brain and body, you feel it. Something changes. You're changed afterwards. And then if you keep on doing this, I saw June has a comment. Hey, June, I can't thank you in spirit enough for these mind-blowing and information-packed podcasts. Aren't they? The chemtrail episode. Oh, my God. And I listened to that episode. I listened to the episode. Share it with people. June, I'm sure you're sharing it. I'm sure you are. And everybody else, share these episodes with people, please. The chemtrail one, it's not for the faint of heart, though. Share it with people you think got a skin, because it's really, really intense. And the fruit fear one. June, did you like the fruit fear one? And and you have all the wonderful books too. Bless you. Thank you for having the books. I got one behind me right here. Where is it? Right there. It's Cleanse to Heal. So the brain meditation, you can repeat it over and over again. And it's a quick meditation, really powerful. You could do it first thing in the morning, mid-morning. Now, when you get notified, Apple Podcasts, you subscribe to Apple Podcasts, you'll hear it. So Dominique, Android users, Chrome, medicalmedium.com, podcast plus listen to Apple Podcasts, click play. Okay, there's the directions right there. Go to medicalmedium.com for Android users. Thank you. Incredible. Because then it will be uncensored. Because that's why I'm telling you guys, that's why it's the official platform, the Apple Podcasts. And someone's like, well, what are you getting sponsored? No, I'm not getting sponsored by anybody. There's no advertisements, there's no sponsorships, and there's no infomercials. And it's information to help you heal. But I'm really excited about the brain meditation being released tomorrow morning. It's the third episode of the Medical Medium podcast that's being released. And I got a smile on my face on this one because this one's really close to me, like dear to me, this brain meditation. A spirit of compassion has taught me since I was a child. And you can have anyone do this. And there was a question earlier that came my way was, can children do it? Absolutely. Of course they can do this meditation. But it's really, really healing on a soul level of ridding fear is what it does. It's a little bit of a chiller though. I'm just being straight out about that. So get in a comfy spot, prepare yourself, and get ready. Because when you make that soul connection back to the physical body all the way, when you do this, and fear just leaves, it's an experience. It really is. So I just want to let you guys know. So this is really important. This is really important information. So I want you guys to know the chemtrail episode. Okay, share it with anybody you can. It's good for them to know so they can protect themselves. I don't like not knowing things. Do you guys you don't like not knowing things in your life? You want to know everything that's going on around you so you can be more protected, so you can protect yourself. So you know to drink your lemon balm tea right here, so you know to drink your lemon balm tea and take care of yourself. It's all these things matter. So, and Simone says, thank you, Anthony. You're the real deal. Love you. Thank you so much. Honored. And you're the real deal too, I'm sure of it. And Amy says, cannot wait. It's really exciting. As powerful as your information is, I can't imagine how powerful this meditation is going to be. Blessed to have you in our lives. This meditation is not just the next level. I can't even use that term. This meditation is, it's not just groundbreaking, but it will take you to a new level with getting rid of fear, because there's so much fear that's inside people, and so many fear of getting a new relationship, fear of starting a new friendship, fear of trying to do something different in your life, fear of anything. I mean, there's so much that's going on out there. You love the podcast, Greta? You love the podcast? Incredible. So you love the chemtrail podcast and you love the fruit fear podcast? Share them with other people. Please share them with other people. But once again, I can only guarantee that on Apple Podcasts with this podcast, the Medical Medium podcast, that it's uncensored there. I can't guarantee that with the other platforms, as I was saying before. Please share what you love about these podcasts so I can repost, and a whole bit. So I wanted to please share so I can, the whole bit. And leave a review on Apple Podcasts if you can. Okay, that would be amazing. So Candy says, "Oh, good, wonderful. I started meditating." Well, if you just started meditating, this is gonna be really special when you anybody who's even meditated for 30 years will be mind blown when they do this brain meditation. Doesn't matter how long they meditated, all these years, different whatever kinds. This is a whole different thing, and I'm giddy about it. I'm excited about it, because I know what you guys are going to experience. So I am so excited tomorrow morning, because I'm going to be like, oh my God, they're experiencing what I've been keeping, just showing to family and showing to friends for years. And And it's time. It's time that you guys get to experience this meditation. As Chad says, I was blown away by the chemtrail episode. The fruit one was really great as well. Thank you so much. They're mind-blowing. Share it with someone. Please share these episodes with people, please, because it's only going to help people. These episodes have to get around. Share them and tell them to listen on Apple Podcasts. Can't wait to hear the brain meditation. Lisa, I'm really excited about this, okay? Because what happens is when we go through life, we get hurt along the way, even on a little levels, and it creates little specks of fear inside our soul. Because then we're like, wait a minute, I don't trust that. Wait a minute, I don't trust this. Wait a minute, I don't know if I should do this or make this decision in life. I don't know if I should do this. And so fear can start to just dominate in our lives and over time. And what happens with this meditation, this brain meditation is it reconnects the soul and the physical brain, because they start to separate, which is that out of body thing that goes on, that we just start because life is so hard, and it reconnects, and then fear just starts to leave. And it's really powerful. I can't wait for you guys to try this and tell other people. Tell people, on your platforms. Let everybody know, you guys. And when you're doing it, just know it's not like you're doing it because, Anthony has so much to gain. I don't have sponsorships with these episodes with this Medical Meeting podcast. I purposely don't have them. I purposely don't have them. I have people talking in my ear telling me, you need sponsorships. You're #1 New York Times best-selling author of 6 books, and everybody around the world knows who you are, and you've healed millions of people. And I'm like, well, I don't want the sponsorships. I don't want the advertisers. I don't want all that in my podcasts. And so I want you guys to share these and know that the intention is there to just get people better. So please do that. Please do that. Leave a review if you can on Apple Podcasts. If you feel up to it, if you really enjoyed it, leave a review. Chrissy, you can't wait. Really need this. Chrissy, I can't wait until you try this brain meditation. Repeating it is just as powerful. So if you repeat it once a day, I recommend this brain meditation twice a day. It's a short one. I recommend it twice a day, or once a day, every single day. I meditated for 4 decades. Marina, I meditated for 4 decades, and I'm excited about this meditation. Marina, unless I'm just wrong, you're going to be blown away by this brain meditation. You're going to be blown away by this brain meditation. I wasn't wrong about chemtrails. People's minds are just blown. This brain meditation, what it's going to do is reconnect the soul to the physical brain. It's that connection that goes apart over time from every war wound we have, like relationship problems, all these other things, and it just happens and happens. Christina said, how could we get access to the meditations? Okay, Apple Podcasts. So you want to look for the Medical Medium podcast at Apple Podcasts, okay? There's a link in the profile. There's a link pinned. There's a link in the pinned, so you can actually see that. And then you can find it that way. Now, if you don't have an Apple device and you have an Android, Michelle just said that you can still get medicalmedium.com, and you can find the episode at medicalmedium.com, the link, and just upload it, and you can listen to it on any device. Okay, so it's important. But in the description, the link is in the description here, so make sure you look for it. It's a really good question because I want people to be able to hear it. And I aspire to be like you, Anthony. You are so generous and loving. Hannah, you're amazing. To know that you feel that way about me is really, it just makes me feel good because we're in it together to just try to get people better and better and better. You know how it's always been. Maura says, where is it? I want to watch. So you go to Apple Podcast. So there's an app, Apple Podcast app, and if you have an Apple device, you go there and you subscribe to the Medical Medium podcast on Apple Podcasts. So you get notified. And when you get notified, you'll get notified of the brain meditation tomorrow morning. It's coming tomorrow morning. And yeah, I'm really happy about this because This brain meditation is unlike anything that's ever been out there, anything that anybody's ever experienced. And I'm just like, I'm thrilled. But little forewarning, it's a chiller. It's a little bit of a chiller, you know. The hair might go up on the back of your neck as you're healing and getting rid of the fear. And you do it over and over. You do it once a day. You do it twice a day. You can't go wrong with it. It's that powerful and it's that easy to do. So yeah. Can we start it now? Stuart said, it's going to be tomorrow morning, and depending on where you are in the world, but it's tomorrow morning. So you can go to medicalmedium.com, and you can if you have an Android or some other device and you don't have Apple and you can't get Apple Podcast, then go to medicalmedium.com, upload it there, okay? And you'll see podcast in the menu at medicalmedium.com. You'll see podcast in the menu at medicalmedium.com. So you can get the episodes, and then you can get the brain meditation episode tomorrow morning. Heather Angus said, just subscribed and looking forward to tomorrow, and thanks for being you. Love this. Thank you for subscribing so you can get the episode. I am so excited about this. I am. So have you listened to the chemtrail episode? Have you listened to the fruit fear episode? Okay? Preparing you, chemtrail episode, it's a shocker. Oh my God, it's a shocker. Fruit fear too. So letting you know. Noelle Shepherd. Hey Noelle, hey. So looking forward to this. I can't wait for you to try this, Noelle. I can't wait for you to try this. Tell Dick I said hi, and he's an amazing man. So it's incredible. June, I am so excited for the Brain Meditation podcast. I know this is going to be amazing and life changing. June, this episode is life-changing. It really is. Please do a podcast on animals too in the future. So important to include our pets. God bless. I have pets. I love pets. I will have to do that. There's no doubt. Pets are so important. They are so important. They mean so much. They mean everything. Michelle says, I feel this is going to be a game changer for me. Always feel disconnected from the traumas and emotions. Michelle, really, really good point for me to talk about for a minute. That's so important. Thank you for saying that, because what happens is we have the broken friendships and relationships and the betrayal and the hardships and the losses and all kind, even on the most mildest way to even extreme. What happens is we kind of get out of body, we get disconnected. No one knows what that is, and what that is the soul getting disconnected to the physical brain, the neurons in the brain. And this meditation brings things back. It makes the connection. That's why this is so powerful. Share it with others that you think are hurt, or just even if they're not, they don't seem like they're hurt. They still have fear in there deep inside. Ashley says, subscribe to his newsletter for the links. Yep, correct. Absolutely. Yeah. So Christine says, will the meditation work for everyone? Yes, it does. It works for everyone. It's that powerful and that healing. Now, I have meditations in Medical Medium books. I've talked about Medical Medium meditations over the years. This one I've been saving for a long time, and now it's time to actually release this. Repeat this meditation, and it compiles. It makes it even stronger and stronger as time goes on. You heal more, you rid more fear, and you heal the soul more and more. So you rid more fear and you heal the soul more and more. So you do every day, do this. The kids can do this meditation. I have friends, they have their whole families doing it. I have friends that their whole families are doing it. Their kids are doing it. Yes, you can do that. Love you so much. You're the best. You're the best. Just subscribe. Mira says, just subscribe. Christina thinks I'm honored. I'm so proud of all you guys. Mira said, just subscribe. Incredible to Apple Podcast. Amazing. So you get the notification. Subscribe to Apple Podcast, the Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcast. That's the official platform. And, and I have people like, well, why is it Apple Podcasts? Why can't I listen to it just anywhere? Because I can't guarantee that it's not censored in all those other places. This is uncensored. That's why I keep on saying it's the uncensored Medical Medium podcast for reasons. You might be used to hearing the podcast on another platform, and like where the old radio shows were, and you're telling other people about that, but that's not helping much for them because they're not gonna possibly hear the whole podcast. It's So this is where I can guarantee that's happening. And if you got an Android, like I said, go to medicalmedium.com, upload the link. You'll the browser. You look at the browser, you see podcast, and you figure it out. Okay, people are asking how long the meditation is, Cara. It's a short one. So, but powerful. You can repeat it twice a day. I recommend twice a day. And that's what I recommend to my family and friends that have gone through shock or trauma, and they've gone through hardships, ups and downs, even if it's just a relationship breakup you've had 5 years ago or 7 years ago, or something else happened in your life, like a loved one passed away or anything. I recommend the brain meditation twice a day. It's a short one. You can do it in the morning, you can do it at night, you can do it other places too. Repeat it for sure. Link is pinned in the link for the podcast is pinned in the comments and the description. God bless you guys too. I'm really, okay, Rosanna. So it's hard for me to meditate. Mind wanders all over the place. Yes, meditations out there are hard. They're man-made. And man-made meditations are different than this. This is not a man-made meditation. This is a meditation that's easy to do, but more powerful than man-made meditations. This meditation comes from above. Since I was a child, I was taught this meditation from Spirit of Compassion. And it's easy to do, but mind-blowing and mind-healing. It's a chiller. I say that because it is. It's a chiller. Really important to know. Connie says, I didn't see the chemtrail. Will it be on again? You can listen to the chemtrail episode at Apple Podcast. So Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcast. So Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcast. Look for the link. It's pinned. So look for the link. It's pinned, and you'll hear the chemtrail episode. I ask you guys, share these episodes with everybody you can. Please share them with everybody you can. Whoever you think can listen, just share it to as many people. Tell them to share it. If you share it with someone, tell them to share it. And just, so share it with someone else. Tell them to please share it, because what it does is it helps everybody. It makes a difference. That's what I'm all about. It's about getting people the information. And I ask you guys if you can do that. I'm all about free information, free. And if you can share it, that's my wish. Danielle, good question. Will the meditation heal in layers the more that we do? Yes. The first time you do it, powerful. You keep on doing it, powerful. You keep on doing it, powerful. And more powerful. And it literally becomes a part of your soul to get rid of the fear. And it becomes this anchor so that your soul stays with your physical brain and body. Because when we get hurt, when someone cheats on us, boom, our soul just gets knocked out of us for a moment. We're out of body. When we lose a loved one, boom, our soul gets knocked out of us for a little while. We're out of body. When we get hurt by someone, boom. When we have a divorce, boom. When we have some kind of confrontation, boom, our soul goes out of body. And it kind of hovers around us a little bit, and we start getting disconnected. And when you do the meditation, you're bringing your soul closer to your neurons. You're connecting the physical part of your body with your soul. Everybody has a soul. That's what we are. We're a soul inside a physical body. And so it's connecting it and healing it. It's ridding fear to bring the soul back. This isn't out there anywhere. It doesn't exist out there. And finally, I'm like, look, I get it. There's man-made meditations out there. People are trying to do stuff out there. But it's time. It's time I bring this anchor in so people get grounded and get that fear out and heal the soul. It's time. I was really excited about this. Okay. Julia Wells says, just jumped on. Where do I find the brain meditation? Okay. Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcasts. Okay. So subscribe to Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcasts and subscribe so you get notified when that Medical Medium Podcast comes through. Download the app, the Apple Podcast app. Or if you have an Android and you don't have an Apple device, and you got an Android or something like that, or another type of device, then go to medicalmedium.com and you'll see the link. And you'll see the link here in the description too. And the Medical Medium podcast is uncensored at Apple Podcasts. So if you listen to it at other platforms, I can't guarantee that. It'll most likely be censored. I'm hearing that now. Platforms that people have listened to my old radio shows on, they're on these new episodes just because they might be on these other platforms, they're censored. And so Apple Podcasts is the official launch pad. You're looking for it. Sally says you're looking forward to listening. Thank you. Can't wait for you to listen. I can't wait. Hi, naturally. I don't meditate. Hopefully this will get me into it. Once you do this meditation, you're not going to want to do any other ones out there. Because when you go back to the other ones, even though you haven't, you're saying you don't do them, this is for people who do meditations. You're going to be like, okay, wait a minute. I see the difference. I see that this is a whole different thing because I have family, I have friends that meditate. They try different meditations out there for years. And when they do the brain meditation, this one, they're like, I don't even know how I'm going to go back because, yes, everything changed. You just subscribed, Carmen? Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. You're awesome. So Maria said, God, we needed this so much. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Truly, truly. And yeah, just you guys are incredible. And I can't wait. So Christina says, please make an angels meditation in the future in your podcast. Absolutely, Christina, I will. I promise I will. Because I have the angels in the Medical Medium books. Talk about angels in the Medical Medium books. I will. Yep, for sure. Very important, very important. Yeah, and I'm proud of you guys. So just remember on other platforms, if you're listening to the podcast, the Medical Medium podcast on other platforms, they're censored. Most likely they're censored. Pieces are missing. It looks like it's the same thing. Sounds like the same thing. It's not. And you missed all kinds of stuff. Or it doesn't upload right. I'm hearing that. I'm getting direct messages about that. People are contacting me. And I keep on saying, there's a reason why I keep on saying Apple Podcasts. It's uncensored. That's the official platform for this. I don't know how many times I could say it. It's funny. Hi Naturally says, click on all episodes to see any episodes you might have missed. Yes. Right. Yep. Exactly. So, little lemon balm tea here. So you guys. So I'm just preparing you. Tomorrow morning, this brain meditation is unlike anything anybody's experienced. I am very excited about this, and I have to tell you that I like my recommendation. Repeat it. Once, twice a day. Could be once a day. Do it 7 days a week. Once a day, 7 days a week. Really powerful changes happen. It compiles on itself. You get more fear out. Your soul gets more connected to the neurons in your brain, your physical part of the brain. And Trisha says, I even private messaged some of my friends to tell people about it. Trisha, thank you. Please share these episodes around. Share them around for other people. Tell them to share it. You subscribed? Deborah said you subscribed. Amazing. Loving the podcast, Carrie said. Saving your life. They're really, really special. They are. Marilyn says not everybody has Apple. That's fine. What you do is you go to medicalmedium.com and you check the browser there. You find podcasts in the browser and you just upload the links. Download the links to the episodes on any device. That's what you do. So that's what I would do. So it's the uncensored version. So it's the version that's off the Medical Medium website, medicalmedium.com. Okay? You click on the Apple link right there, and you can listen on the browser. Michelle says, great. Thanks, Michelle. You're awesome. So Narelle says, just subscribed. It's simple to do. The links are written in this live post. Hey, thank you for telling everybody. Thank you. Greta says, we need you. Thank you. Oh, bless your heart. I'm so proud of all you guys. Jen says, can't wait. I really need this. Jen, this brain meditation, Every day. Do it once a day. I like it twice a day, morning and night. I'd recommend it to friends and family that have things have happened in their life that have stayed with them, and post-traumatic stress syndrome and everything. And I've recommended this meditation twice a day because it's short. It's short and powerful and not hard to do. You find a quiet spot. You kick back. You lay down and you close your eyes and you listen. And you do it twice a day. And it really, really helps connect that divide that occurs from when we get hurt, that divide and then fear. Here's what happens. As a soul, as we get hurt through life, we get betrayed, our soul leaves our body a little bit. And then what fills in between is fear. So fear fills in the gap. So the soul starts leaving a little. Fear fills in the gap. Fear fills in the gap. The soul starts leaving more and more. Fear fills the gap. And now we're fearful when we don't even think we're supposed to or not. And we have it in the way, even if we're not feeling it in the moment, it's there. And this brings the soul back, rids fear, brings the soul back more, rids fear, brings the soul back, rids fear, and brings it back. And then you do it every day. Subscribe to be the first. Subscribe to Apple Podcasts, the Medical Medium Podcast on Apple Podcasts. So you're the first to get notified. Erica said, I did tell 100 people. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Did you tell the 100 people to tell another bunch of people? I'm sure you did. Thank you. Oh my God. Margie, what time is the brain meditation tomorrow? It's going to be early in the morning, depending on where you are around the world. But subscribe, though, to Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcast. So subscribe so you get the notification. So you know. But yeah, oh my God, 100 people? You told 100 people? Was the comment before. I'm just blown away. Blown away. Samantha, okay, so I subscribed and I can't find the brain meditation. It's not out yet. It's out tomorrow morning. But you'll get the chemtrails meditation. That's not a meditation. The chemtrails. Yeah, you're going to need the brain meditation after hearing the chemtrails episode, okay? Because the chemtrails episode is not for the faint of heart. It's not. So, share the chemtrail episode for sure with other people that you think should hear it. Share it. But it's really a mind blower. And then the fruit fear episode you can listen to. But yeah, the brain meditation is tomorrow morning. And I can't wait for you guys to do that. Pressing Prince. Can't wait till tomorrow. I share all your info to anyone that will listen. Incredible. Thank you, Pressing Prince. Have bought a few Cleanse to Heal books for gifts too. Yay, there's Cleanse to Heal right behind me. There it is, Cleanse to Heal. And all your info is amazing. That book was really, that book's a medical textbook. It's, you know how heavy it is then because you bought a bunch of them. And oh my God, it's so packed. It's so packed. Okay, so Dave Ash says, I only see first 2 episodes on podcasts. Is the meditation up now? No, tomorrow morning. So make sure you subscribe to Apple Podcasts, okay, to Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcasts so you get notified first thing when it's out tomorrow morning. But tomorrow morning it's out. Melissa Bach says, subscribed. Yay, CJ and Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie. Heavy Metal Smoothie saved my health. Awesome. Melissa, awesome. So glad. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. Maynard says, this man helped me save my life, save myself, and I've helped others. I couldn't be more thankful. I wouldn't be here. Oh, bless your heart. I'm proud of you. I know you worked hard at it because you did the information that's in the book, the Cleanse to Heal book, and you looked at all the information in there. You're learning, and you're learning how to heal. Heidi says, listen to the podcast while drinking my celery juice this morning. So you did? You listened to the fruit fear episode? Did you listen to the chemtrail episode? Jackie, you're so completely ready for this, the brain meditation. Do it once a day. Try to do it twice a day. I recommend to family and friends that have had hardships and struggles and fear and worry and concern, and they've had breakups and divorces and relationship issues or just different emotional challenges. And what happens is your soul just slowly leaves the body a little bit. Your soul just slowly leaves the body and fear fills in the center and it just starts to divide. And this brain meditation, it brings the soul back, makes the connection. Nothing I've ever seen out there does that. I'm going to be releasing more meditations on the Medical Medium podcast that are powerful all on their own for different healing, for different problems and things. But this one here, wait till you try this. Jennifer says, I have been so hurt with infertility. This is a need for sure right now, and for sure timing, for the right timing. Jennifer, this is really going to help. This is really going to help. Do this every day. And that's what I would do. I would do that. I would do it every day. I would. Mim Gardner, you subscribed? Yay! Incredible. Michelle, it opens in Chrome? Okay. Cool. Yeah. So, yep, Chrome browser. Thank you, Michelle. Glenda says, we need you. I need this so much. Glenda, this meditation is really going to be that anchor. That's what it has done for my family over the years, the decades, friends that I've shared it with. And it's like, well, you know what? Now is the time to release the brain meditation. It's now. It has to happen. It just has to happen. I had to make this happen. Didn't matter how much all of it I had to put into everything to make this happen. It has to happen. So there's a newsletter. If you sign up to the newsletter, themedicalmedium.com, and you sign up to the Medical Medium newsletter, you can get notified there too when each episode's released, if you have an Android or something. Thank you for giving, Darlene says, thank you for giving the heads up. Amazing. So Michelle says, I don't see it on your Apple podcast site, only chemtrails and fruit fear. Tomorrow morning, you're going to see the brain meditation. First thing in the morning. First thing in the morning. Oh, you have that one. I just said that. That's funny. So yeah. So I'm really excited about this, by the way, you guys. Really excited. Just letting you know. And did everybody listen to the chemtrail episode? Get ready for that one if you haven't. Listen to it twice. I've listened to it more than twice. Because even though I did the episode, obviously, there's that much information. I'm like, oh my God. And I just, it's all that. Please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps because it helps other people find their way to be like, okay. Because, yeah, there's a lot of trolls that like to leave terrible reviews in a crafty way, by the way. And so it's always good if you guys can put a review if you like the podcast and stuff, so that people can find their way. And because I hear a voice perfectly clear, like you guys know my history since I was a child, spirit of compassion, I'm more susceptible to trolls than anybody else because they just don't like you having that ability, that gift. You listened twice? Erica says, yes, I listened 2 times. Incredible. Marlo says the chemtrail was amazing. So it was that was amazing, right? That episode? The truth is being revealed? Yeah. It's just mind-blowing, that episode. Can young children listen to the brain meditation? Yes, Narelle, they can. I have family and friends that do the meditation. Their children do the meditation. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kathy, you left a review. Thank you. God bless you. Bless your heart. Truly. Elizabeth says the first 2 episodes are great. They're powerful. They're powerful. They really are. Doreen says drown out the trolls. Yeah. If you leave reviews, it helps because the trolls just love to pick on AW. Yeah, those trolls, Kathy says those trolls are very active. They are. They are. Yep, lots of trolls. Danielle says lots of trolls today. Absolutely. And yeah, the trolls don't like this truth getting out there. You have to remember. And trolls work for somebody. So they work for somebody. You have to remember that. That's how trolls do. They work for somebody. And they work for somebody to try to stop truth from getting out there. The chemtrail episode is mind-blowing. Maria says, do you have a book on meditation? Medical Medium Book 1 has meditations in there. Some other Medical Medium books have meditations in there. Liver Rescue, Medical Medium Book 1 and Liver Rescue have powerful meditations in there. But I'm going to do these meditations on the podcast. Bethany says, listen to each episode 3 times. Bethany, thank you, because I know you're listening to all the details. Still mind-blowing, right? That's what you're saying? Left a 5-star review today. Thank you. I hope other people do on Apple Podcasts. They leave a 5-star review. It's still mind-blowing, right? You listen to it that many times? I have to listen to it again. Audie says, my husband now believes in you. Yay! Incredible. Listen, I don't blame him for being a skeptic at all towards anything about me. So always tell them I don't blame him at all. I'm a skeptic. I was born a skeptic, but had to have this gift because the gift is for you guys, but had to have this ability that Spirit of Compassion has given me my whole life. That's why the medical books are written. Where is it? There it is. The medical book is written, these medical textbooks, because it's all information from above. It's not information that's ever out there. It's packed with information for people to heal. Millions are healing around the world. And I would be a skeptic too. So tell him I understand. But I'm so glad he believes in me. Believes in the information. I'm going to cover symptoms and conditions in these podcasts. So all the different symptoms and conditions. Autoimmune, everything. Brain fog, multiple sclerosis, all that stuff. Erica, you're listening to Chemtrails now? Yay! Yay! Share it with somebody too. How do I sign up to your newsletter? Go to medicalmedium.com and you'll find the spot to sign up. And you can sign up to the newsletter. You'll see a banner that you can sign up. You'll see a banner so you can sign up. Looking at the monitor right now, you guys. That's the answer to your questions. Deanna says, can't wait till tomorrow morning. Healing every day. I'm so glad you're healing every day and you're working on the medical medium information to heal. And I'm so excited about tomorrow morning for you. Yvette says, indigo, ruby, and great blue. Oh my God. That's Medical Medium Book 1. And that's the dedication. Indigo, ruby, and great blue. That's amazing that you have that there. Jody says, need this. I feel so disconnected since losing my husband. Can't seem to find my joy or purpose. Hope this helps. This meditation is for that. It's because when we have great losses, first of all, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your great loss. So sorry for this. There's no words for that. And but that's what happens. We go through life and we have these things like this happen. And this brain meditation is to help bring your soul back to your physical brain, to the neurons, because it fills the gap. The fear fills in the gap, and our soul just gets knocked out of us from these things that happen in our life, from these great losses. And that's why the meditation's there. Sherry said, where can we access the podcast? Okay. Medical Medium Podcast is on Apple Podcasts. Okay, so it's at Apple Podcasts. Go there, subscribe to the Medical Medium podcast so you get notified first thing and get that brain meditation first thing in the morning. If you don't have an Apple device, fine. Use your Android, and then what you do, go to medicalmedium.com, find the podcast in the browser, and just upload the link or download the link, and you can listen. Victoria says, thank you, Anthony. Wow, I saw my doctor today, and we went over my 6-month labs. I'm 64 years old, been doing celery juice every AM morning for 7 months, plus healthy eating, and 2-3-6-9 cleanses. No more high cholesterol at all. No more high sugar. Blood pressure normal now. No meds. Lost 30 pounds. Oh my God, Victoria. Nothing bad on labs except a little anemia, which I never have. She thinks it's B12, so I'll up my Vimergy B12. So thank you, Anthony, and Spirit of Compassion. So proud of you. So much healing is getting done. What happens is you cleansed a lot. So you have to remember, Victoria, that you were doing so much cleansing, and you were cleansing a lot of poison. So 30 pounds of weight, all that poison and toxin left. So that's incredible. Sherry says, I don't have Apple. Okay, that's okay. If you have an Android or something else, go to medicalmedium.com, Sherry, and go to medicalmedium.com, and you'll see podcast in the browser, the menu, podcast. You'll see the menu, right? Podcast, and then you go in there and you can download the link. You can listen right there, through the link on your Android or anything else you got. So yeah, incredible. Cindy, 2 months into healing, feeling hopeful. Incredible. Well, you guys, I'm very excited. I can't wait for tomorrow morning. Catherine says, love the episodes. Share them. Please share them, okay, if you can. If you can share them, incredible. When you do a soul podcast, Lisa, this brain meditation is to heal the soul, to rid fear out of the soul and away from the soul. It's just a whole nother level. So share the podcast, share the episodes, please, so other people can heal. They're not sponsored. There's no advertisements, no infomercials. It's a free resource, and Apple Podcasts is the platform, the official platform for it. Apple Podcasts, so it's not censored the whole bit. Just so you know. Moon Goddess, will this meditation help while you're going through an illness? Autoimmune, Lyme, yes. And I'm going to do episodes on autoimmune. So I'm going to do an autoimmune episode fairly soon. And Lyme episode and the whole bit, all that. That's going to happen too. But yes, this meditation is a great support and anchor if you're going. Because when we go through hardships with chronic illness like Lyme, and we go through hardships with our symptoms and conditions and neurological symptoms, that also puts fear in us. This rids fear out of the soul. This is critical if you got symptoms and conditions and you're battling Lyme or anything like that. Chris Wood said, my brain fog drastically improved with the heavy metal detox. Yes. And I'm doing a brain fog episode, by the way. You might want to hear it. I discipline and trust detox symptoms are rough sometimes, but it's healing. That's what you're doing. You're healing. Your brain fog is drastically improved. Incredible. Tatiana, looking forward to hear about Lasma, though, but I'm very excited for the brain meditation. You're going to love the brain meditation. Really are. Incredible. So, you guys, incredible. And how do you watch if no Apple Podcast? So, Natalie, that's the question there. So, if you can't do Apple Podcast because you don't have an Apple device or anything, okay, look for the menu on my medicalmedium.com. Look for the menu. Podcast right there, you'll see it, and you can upload the link, download the link. You can listen to it right on the browser right there. You can listen right there through the link. So, incredible. Tomorrow morning, the episode, it's going to be live. It's going to go live tomorrow morning, the episode. So get ready. Just letting you guys know. Very excited. Very excited. Oh, Denise says, great to hear you live. I'm live right now. Celery juice for 12 months. Incredible. So you guys, share the episodes if you can, please. So Carolyn says, when are you doing the one on breast implants? I'm going to make sure it happens. That's really important. Breast implant illness. I've always been... there's somebody who's always put tremendous amounts of information about that throughout the years, and I want to make sure that by far the episode you're going to hear about that is the most informative there can be out there at all. That's the medical medium information is always advanced, and that's what's going to happen there. You just signed up? Angus McDonald? Amazing. Jen says she's so excited. I'm really excited. I can't wait. Ciro says... Thank you, AW. I love your meditations. It helps me a lot. So looking forward to the brain meditation. So you obviously then do the meditations in the books. I can't wait for you to try this and hear this episode. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So I'm going to do a dental one too, a dental podcast episode, medical medium podcast, a dental episode. Going to do a depression one now. Andres, how about depression? Well, with the brain meditation, that's what it's for. Depression, anxiety, it's for all these things. Now, you'll see it in behind me. You'll see the Medical Medium Cleanse to Heal book. Incredible resource for physically healing depression. too. So really important. This is the soul version of depression, when our soul just gets so tattered from experiences, and we get depression on that end, when it's depression from experiences we go through in life. So excited. Okay, you guys. Bless your heart. I'm really excited. I will listen out for you guys through comments and everything else. And please share the episodes. Please share the brain meditation. And please tell them go to Apple Podcast if they can, if they have a device, to go there, and show me the other way too. And share the episodes. Let everybody know. But the brain meditation, like I said, I recommend twice a day, once a day, every single day. Katie says, thank you, AW. Been following you for 2 years. Can't wait for the dental one. Okay, you got it. I'm going to make sure that happens. I am. Bethany says, could you please do an episode on spinal conditions, especially spondylosis, that one, and scoliosis? Yeah, thank you, for sure. Going to definitely do that. Anyway, you guys, love you much. Tomorrow's the day. And bless your heart. God bless you. Take care.